And that moves us to general public comment. Do we have anyone in the room who'd like to give general public comment today?
I want to start by making sure that everybody in the room knows that Karen was not elected to the position, so therefore she cannot be re-elected. I think she knows that. Patrick, the response that you gave to Brent Bovee was woefully lacking. And
yes, science!
I just had to throw that in there because it seems like you really just threw that science in there for something. And I don't know whether it's a nod to the COVID people or a nod to Breaking Bad. I don't know, but yeah, science. Karen, why can't you be honest with the voters? It seems like your character is to cheerlead and protagonate, but you don't actually clear up any questions or level with people. You know, there's pending litigation involving you and some backroom stuff. You kind of set an example for people to look at to see what's going on up in Jackson County too. I want to appreciate you for that. There was an interesting podcast, YouTube video done yesterday called Lying Liars and the Lies They Tell. And it featured you, Karen, on the cover. And the reason it did is because they called out a number of your lying lies and the lies that you've told. I voted the other day. Wanted to go ahead and give you an update on that. Wrote Brent Bovee in for county treasurer, and I want to encourage everybody in the county to go ahead and consider writing him in just to send a message to you that we don't like your bullshit. And that when somebody comes in here and asks you legitimate questions about the finances and about the budget, blowing them off. Notice I'm a little calmer this evening than I am sometimes. You know where that's from? The realization that you'll do it to everybody, not just me. You'll do it to everybody. You'll do it to somebody like Brent. You guys will stonewall him and treat him like he doesn't understand things. The voters understand, Karen. The voters understand your character. They understand the fact that you can't be honest with them about things. And they also understand science. Right? Good eye contact tonight. Did you hear me? You're making eye contact tonight, but did you actually hear me? You feel superior? That's where some of that comes from. A superiority complex and an infallibility ego. Be careful with that. It'll get you in trouble.
Do we have anyone else who'd like to give general public comment?
Yeah, my name is Dr. Justin Spees. I got a question for you guys. I heard in your rules there about general public comment, you said that you don't allow slander to be said in here. So I just got a question for you then. Listening to Michael there, was any of that slander? If it was, then why didn't you stop him? And if it wasn't slander, then I guess it's true, right? I mean, take, for example, your campaign thing saying that to re-elect you. You were never elected. No one ever voted for you. You got appointed by the council, the Democratic committee people in the fall of 2022 after Democrat Commissioner Shannon Portillo just walked away from the job halfway, not quite halfway into her 4-year term. So you got appointed by those committee people who are a reflection of the Democrats there that appointed you and that would vote for somebody like Shannon Portillo, who has no integrity whatsoever and no commitment at all to the constituents, to the commission, to the county, to her word, anything to just walk away. And in the process of walking away, you then got appointed. So you haven't been elected, so you can't be re-elected. So, and I guess that's why you didn't stop Michael there, because it's not slander. That's not a false statement about you. That is a statement of fact. And it sounds like pretty much everything else he was saying as well is a statement of fact as well, because again, according to your rules, if there's some slander being said here, then, then that it has to be stopped. And so then it just makes me wonder, like, how do you even gauge that? Are you guys are the jury up there, the judge and the jury that says, oh, that's slander, that's not true, we're going to stop you. So that, again, that's kind of like an arbitrary kind of rule. It's not a clear rule on what it is, but also maybe, I don't know, maybe it is, because again, you didn't stop Michael, so it all seemed like that was true, that you really are, you really are as crooked as you are. I mean, setting all that stuff aside, I mean, I don't know how anybody would vote for you. You know, I was in here on May 1st of this year, and I had a sign that said, women have more balls than Patrick too, and I started talking, and Karen, you said I couldn't have the sign in here. And then a little bit later, I was arrested for standing here with the sign, unlawfully arrested by you guys. And so I don't know why anybody would vote for somebody that can see them doing that to the citizens and not think, well, if she's doing it to him, I mean, it could happen to me someday as well. So I wouldn't like that. I could go in there and I could start talking, or I could have a sign that they don't like. Next thing you know, I'm in jail. I don't think I would vote for that. And if you don't think it can happen to you, I mean, look at Courtney Shipley. She did that to me at a city meeting and shut me down. It's part of the lawsuit I have with them. And she's not mayor anymore, not on the commission anymore, and she got shut down while she was talking there at the city meeting. So I mean, yeah, it can definitely happen to you guys. So I don't know why you'd vote for her at all, or any of these assholes really, but you know, whatever. You know, Democrats are Democrats, so there you go.